Good afternoon, YouTube. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa. Now I'm forward to Canio. I'm not going to be up here that long, but it is what it is. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Shout out to my chat members. I just ran into an old friend, a neighbor. I thought she was dead, but she is alive. She did go to the hospital a few months back. I remember me being on YouTube questioning. I didn't do it on this channel. I did it on my bigger channel. What happened to that woman? What happened to that woman? What happened to that woman? I ran into her when I was going to the store. And I was able to bless her. But whatever she asked me to give her, I gave. And we hugged each other. We talked to each other. We laughed. We talked like we were old friends. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I first moved into this neighborhood, I remember that woman because I would never speak to that woman. I didn't speak to her for almost a whole year. And then one day, I decided to speak to that woman. And when I did that, I learned of a chain of events that happened later. And the woman was always nice to me, always courteous to me, always nice to Birdman or whoever, in the neighborhood. And when I saw her today, she said, Arabia, you don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. You gave me what you wanted to give me at that goddamn store. You gave me whatever you had in your little pocket. Go on. Go on. Work the jobs you need to work. Be happy. Be who you really are. And you're not this terrible bitch. Everybody's saying that you are. So the whole neighborhood is saying I'm a terrible bitch. I'm a cold-hearted ice queen. I don't speak to nobody. I don't acknowledge anybody. I don't need to acknowledge anybody on the street. But I knew that woman over a year. And me and her was always friends. And every time I went to work, she used to always watch my house. Like if somebody was coming close to the house or whatever. And when I come back in the morning, she would give me a full report. Full report. I remember the first time I gave her money out of my pocket. And she was so happy. She was so happy. She used to always like take her time and go to the store. And when she saw me today, she said, baby, don't worry about me. I'm fine. Whatever job you're working, work it. Do what you need to do. Pay your bills. Take care of you. Don't worry about nobody else. Everybody's going to be fine. Or baby, I'm going to be fine. And that's what she told me. That's what she told me. I wanted to put her on camera, but she said don't put her on camera like that. So I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to say how I met this woman. I moved into this neighborhood 3 years ago. My first year here, I was cut off from everybody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to see nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. Because I know how people get down in this fucking neighborhood. And she was the only one kept saying, hello, good morning. And I would always pass by her. Like she was a bench on the street. Or like she was a pole on the street. Then one day, I said, you can't pass by no more. At least say good morning. Good morning. That's what I said. And you usually New Yorkers are very cold. We are very cold people. We're very to ourselves. We're distant from other people. And during my time living my young life, I was always distant, even though people were close to me. Close. And there was one particular day I saw her out there, and something tugged at my heart. I said, well, go ahead and extend yourself. I extended myself, and she talked to me. I talked to her, and we got to know each other a little bit. And she was watching my house when I go to work. She watched when I come back from work. This woman was like a mother from my house. And I was like, damn. So when I saw her today, y'all know I was about to break down. But something told me to keep my composure. I hugged her, I talked to her, and she said, Arabia, don't worry about me. I got me. I got me. I said, well, don't be out here doing them drugs and all that. Going back to your house. And she only got a certain amount of time to get back to her house, not too far from here. It's a little bit away from here. She's on a bus, it's going to take her 30 minutes. If she walks, it's going to take her 2 hours. And a lot of the women in this area, in certain parts of South Carolina, even in New York or Philadelphia or Virginia or North Carolina, all these women get caught up in a whirlwind of death and destruction. But when I saw her this morning, I was so happy I was so happy. I said, what you want at the store? She said, just buy me a little beer. I bought her the beer. I gave it to her. And I said, you all right? And she said, I will be all right. She said, baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You did your job. You did your duty. That's the only thing I needed to do. Only thing I needed to do was do my job. My job on YouTube is over. My job in the world is over. One thing I do is prepare for whatever else coming. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what other storms are coming. I don't know what other wind gonna come. I don't know what other hurricane gonna come. I don't know. But I do know that I do have a heart. I am still human. And when I saw her, I was so happy. I was so happy because I was thinking that she had died like a year ago. Because in this area, if you don't see the woman for 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, couple of months, the woman is dead and gone. But she was not dead and gone. She's still alive. She said they did take her to the hospital. She went to the hospital and she stayed there for a couple of months. And what I do believe what they're doing for some of these senior citizens in this area, those that are homeless or whatever, and they do whatever they want to do to them. I've given information for other people not to be homeless anymore. I think she is not in a place where she can get immediate help. She says she's living on another part of North Charleston. I believe her until I see her tomorrow. If I see her tomorrow, I know she lied to me. But it's okay. It's okay. And I remember that woman speaking to me for over a whole year. And I walked past that woman like she was nothing. And then there was one day I said to myself, look at this woman. And once I started looking at her and started conversing with her, she understood. And she looked at me and she said, Arabia, don't worry about nothing. Worry about yourself. Worry about you. Worry about you. And she told me that for a reason. She told me that for a reason. So shout out to the chat. Those that are not here will catch the playback. Like and share the video. Like and share the video. But as I was playing a video that happened a few weeks ago between me and another YouTube creator, I was playing the video as I left out of the house. And I left the phone in the house. When I came back in, I heard the words that was spoken between me and the other YouTube creator. And it is what it is. Shout out to Lonnie. Shout out to Empress Lonnie One Love. You kept me grounded a little bit. Shout out to Sister Tay for keeping me in check. Shout out to Brown Skin Lady for doing her job very well. 3 different women. Different points of view of the whole world. And maybe they don't see eye to eye with each other. Maybe they don't agree with each other. It is what it is. I know some of you women on YouTube, you are not totally inclined with certain things, but you do respect other things. So it's good with me. Shout out to my moderators. Those that was moderating for me on my bigger channel, shout out to you. I cannot say more thanks than I have already done. Shout out to you. And I'm getting ready to get blessed. I just don't know when or how that's going to happen. It might happen through my hands. It might happen through someone else's hands. I don't know. I don't care about that. What I care about is what I see in front of me. And it is what it is. I'm out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. Those that are here, like and share the video. Appreciate what I just said. Because some of the women on YouTube actually keep me in check. If it wasn't for you, none of y'all, if it wasn't for YouTube, if it wasn't for certain people on YouTube, I already been out of here. I already been gone. Because I had already been planning my own death. And y'all didn't know it. I don't speak out about it. I was planning. But now I seen that woman this morning. What I'm going to do now. And the only thing she told me, not work myself to death. Do not work yourself to death. Because ain't nobody going to care about you. Nobody. Shout out to the chat.